So what you want to do is have a friend help you. Just go ahead and untie the two carrying bars. They're tied with a little bit of string. I'll take this one. Now these get put through special carriers on the underside of the printer. So you want to slide them in after removing the plastic. You might need to just pull the plastic away and rip it, but it's okay because you're not going to need to use it again. It has to go through two ways with the bar that bolts down. And once it gets about halfway in, rotate it 180 degrees. For this next part, it's going to be important to make sure the pallet is firmly on the ground. So we're going to go ahead and remove the furniture dollies. Let's go ahead and just have two people lift each end of the pallet. Ready? Go. Make sure each side is securely onto the ground. So when you set the printer into place, it will sit securely onto this nub. So we're now ready to put the printer onto the stand. For this, you're going to need at least 5 people. You're going to need one for each corner of the printer and one person to remove the plastic and align the stand. All right, guys, so everyone's got a corner. People on the back are going to want to go ahead and be on the inside so we can walk right across the pallet. You guys ready? Everyone got a steady grip? 1, 2, 3, lift. Okay, let's put it on the stand. Ready? Okay. Now that we've got the printer on the stand, the first thing you're going to want to do is secure it with the 3 bolts before you move it anywhere. There's 1 bolt on this side and there's 2 bolts on that side. Now that the printer is secured to the stand with the bolts, it's ready to be unpacked. We're going to go ahead and remove the carrying bars and we can get rid of all the leftover packing material. Now we're going to go ahead and move the printer into position. Now before you move it, it's important to release the casters and raise the feet. All right, let's roll it back into position. Excellent. Now we can just go ahead and remove all of the blue tape and all of the packing materials from the printer. Unpack the media holders by removing the tape. Now they slide, but you also can remove them by picking up. Set them aside for now. Now we're going to install the waste ink tank. That's all done right here. We'll just go ahead and remove the tape that holds the waste tube in place. Remove the cover from the end of it. So you feed it through the hole in the frame and put it into place. You want to make sure the zip ties are below the lowest holder and lock them into place. Next thing you want to do is put the waste ink bottle into place. First thing you do is unscrew the cap, remove the plastic cover, put the tank into place and set it down. And what I like to do is keep the cap and the cover handy by just taping them into place with some of that leftover tape. So now that the printer's all set up, we've gone ahead and removed all the packing material, and we've moved the substrate support system, the take in and the take up reel, into place, and we're ready to attach that to the printer. So let's get started with that. And then we'll go ahead and lift the box off. Ready? 1, 2. Now inside you're going to see 2 parts. You're going to see the take up reel that has this bar attached to it, and that's the take in reel. All the hardware comes in a box right here, so you want to make sure you unpack that. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Inside there's 4 metal pieces. There's 2 square metal pieces like this. Here's the second one. You also have 2 triangle pieces that look like this. Just like that. You also have all the bolts needed to assemble the take-ups and take-in system, as well as a piece of paper that we'll use to align these systems later. We'll just go ahead and set this aside for now. But first, we're going to attach these to the printer. So let's go over to the printer and do that now. So we're going to attach first the metal pieces. There's 2 square pieces and 2 triangle pieces. The triangle pieces go on the right, one in the front and one in the back. You want to make sure that the cutout is aiming towards the stand and the circle fits over the nub. The next thing we have to do is use our hardware, as well as the wrench that came with the printer, and screw those on. The square parts go on this side of the printer. And if you're using the standard substrate support system, you attach this to the top. If you're using the heavy-duty system, you attach it to the bottom. We're just going to set up the standard one for now. Now we'll use a wrench to tighten those down. The take-up reel has this long, tall bar, but first we're going to install the take-in reel. You'll need 2 people to do it. And just remove the plastic, remove the foam. Now it's real important you don't grab it by the black parts or the motor or the core. You want to grab it by the bar down below. Ready, Ryan? 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to put the take-in reel into position. You want to make sure that the handles are facing away from the printer. All right, Ryan, you ready? Now we'll go ahead and put some of the screws in to secure it into place. When you're looking at the printer from the back, on the right side there are 3 screws. You want to make sure you put them into place. There's one there. There's one there. And there's a third one there. Now these screws can be tightened down immediately because you're not going to be adjusting this side. On the left side of the printer, when you're facing the back, you'll see that there's 2 screws on the inside and 2 screws on the outside. Now for the time being, you only want to finger tighten these because you're going to do some adjustments in a little bit before you lock them down all the way.